we'll be starting with a very interesting topic जिसका नाम is equilibrium. Equilibrium. Now it has got a very beautiful concept. First of all, equilibrium का मतलब हम लोग जानते हैं कि what does equilibrium mean? तो equilibrium का मतलब होता है कि the condition of a body to remain at rest, the condition of a body to remain at rest हमारे लिए इन स्टैटिक इसका मतलब ये होता है. डायनामिक में इक्विलिब्रियम का मतलब क्या होता है वो हम लोग डायनामिक में देखेंगे. तो जब हम डायनामिक्स पढ़ेंगे तब हम उसकी बात करेंगे. सो द कंडीशन ऑफ अ बॉडी टू रिमेन एट रेस्ट इज नोन एज इक्विलिब्रियम. नाउ लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. लेट्स से आई हैव अ ब्लॉक. That's a block. It has got some weight to it. तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है इसका कुछ ना कुछ मास होगा तो weight will be mg. Now what I'll do, I'll put this block on a table and I'll watch it from this view. We'll watch it from this view. So let's say I have a table. So that's the tabletop. And what I do is I keep this block over it. So let's say this is the block which is kept on the table. Now, because the table is rock hard, solid, so we'll show lines like this. इसका मतलब ये हो जाता है कि the table will not break. ठीक है? Now, how many forces are appearing in this system right now? So, if I'll draw, the first force is the weight, and the next force is the normal reaction. The first force is the weight, and the next force is the normal reaction. Now, मुझे एक बात बताओ, will the block break the table and fall down?
No.
Okay. Will the block, due to this normal reaction,
No, sir.
bounce? Will it bounce back?
No.
No. That means it will be at rest. So when
No,
the block is at rest, that means it is at rest, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if the block is at rest, that means, let's take axis system. Let's say this is the x-axis. Let's say this is the y-axis. We are not talking about 3D systems right now. 3D systems will go under space forces. वो चैप्टर का अभी हम बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. That chapter we have left आधे में because equilibrium का part we have not covered. So we are not talking about z-axis. Z-axis is a strict no right now. तो हम लोग इसकी बात ही नहीं कर रहे हैं अभी. इसकी हम बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो let's see. अगर मैं आपसे x डायरेक्शन की बात करूं और y डायरेक्शन की बात करूं, तो tell me, both the forces which are seen in the system, are they along the y-axis or are they along the x-axis?
Along the y-axis.
Along the
Yes,
y-axis.
sir.
So I'll say that you have sign conventions. Sign convention में whatever forces are acting upward, we'll consider them as positive, and whatever forces that are acting downward will be considered as negative. The first sign convention. Second sign convention. The forces that are going rightward will be considered as positive, and the forces that are going leftward will be considered as negative. So from here, you can say that if I sum up summation of all the forces along y direction, तो इसका answer will be 0. How come 0? मुझे बताओ, is W greater than N W is less than n or W is equal to n?
So equal to n.
Equal
Equal
to
to
n.
n. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा? If I'll do the summation part, summation में I'll assume upward forces are positive. This is my assumption. तो I'll say minus W plus n, that is equal to 0. यही तो है ना, which you say W is equal to n.
Yes, sir.
Summation of all the forces is 0. That means ये और ये add कर दोगे, but the sum is 0. That means the block will neither fall down nor it will bounce back. That is known as summation of all the forces is 0. Similarly, if I take the same example in a bit different way, let's say again I have a table top on which I've kept a mass. Now, forget these forces. These forces are not there. Assume that the block is weightless. It's just an assumption. If I push the block from here with a force of P, that is, let us say 10 Newton. So what will happen to the block? The block will move ahead. But if I want the block to be in equilibrium, then what will happen? So you need to put some other force, which should be how much?
10 Newton.
N newtons.
Newton. Khalas. So I'll say that summation of all the forces along x-axis, it will be also 0. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It will be also 0. Now, that means you have certain conditions to put any system in equilibrium. So there are conditions of equilibrium. Conditions of equilibrium. Condition number 1. Summation of all the forces along x-axis should be 0. Condition number 2. Summation of all the forces along y direction must be 0. And the third condition is summation of moment of all the forces must be 0. Now this is again a typical thing. Let's imagine you have a rod with you. You have a rod with you. And if you are rotating it in anti-clockwise direction, you are rotating it in anti-clockwise direction with the moment of 10 Newton meter. So obviously the rod will rotate like this. It will keep on rotating like this. So in order to make it in equilibrium, what you need to do is you need to put one additional moment which should be in clockwise direction. And what should be its value?
N newton meter.
Yes.
So this is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. So here comes the next condition, that is summation of moment must be 0. So when you were talking about this wala condition, you took upward as positive. See, you wrote this thing in the sign convention as well. When you took this wala condition, so here you will write which direction is positive here. See, rightward is positive. Now comes moment wala part. Moment में it is your assumption, आप कोई भी एक direction को positive ले सकते हो. Whether you can take clockwise as positive or you can take anti-clockwise as positive, it is totally up to you. So what we'll do is we'll consider anti-clockwise as positive, क्योंकि अभी तक तो हम लोग वही लेते आए थे. So the third condition or the sign convention is anti-clockwise direction are considered as positive sense and the clockwise senses are considered to be negative. You can obviously take the vice versa, huh? Yeah, this is not a standard rule. This is just a convention. Convention means anything which we have made to follow without questioning it, so that there is no confusion. तो हमारे पास में sign convention ये हो गया. And in order to make anything into equilibrium, you have certain conditions. And what are the conditions? Conditions of the equilibrium are summation of forces along x direction must be 0. Summation of forces along y direction must be 0. And summation of moment, either it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, सबको add करो. Then अगर ये तीनों चीज का value is 0, then we can say that the body will not move, it will be at rest. Just check. ये समझ में आया आपको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Done. तो put the heading equilibrium and यहाँ तक take it down. So now let's move on to the next part, that is types of load. Now ये जो load word है ना, इसका basically जो meaning होता है, that is type of weights और forces, जिसको हम बोलते हैं वजन या फिर उसको हम usually बोलते हैं load. Now अब हमारे पास में ना we have to consider a beam. Now what is a beam? You know, any horizontal structure is a beam. जैसे अगर आप बिल्डिंग बनाते हो तो बिल्डिंग में जो वर्टिकल स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं, वर्टिकल, जिसके ऊपर में पूरा का पूरा फ्लोर खड़ा हो जाता है, तो ये जो वर्टिकल स्ट्रक्चर है जिसके ऊपर में आपके पास में यहाँ पे पूरा घर बन जाएगा, यहाँ पे ये पूरा घर बन जाएगा यहाँ पे, तो ये जो स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं, ये स्ट्रक्चर्स, इनको हम बोलते हैं कॉलम. लेकिन बीम क्या होता है? द हॉरिजॉन्टल पार्ट. मतलब दो कॉलम को ऐसे हॉरिजॉन्टली जो जोड़ते हैं, ये जो हॉरिजॉन्टल जोड़ता है, ये जो हॉरिजॉन्टल जोड़ता है, और ये जो है, दैट इज अ बीम. सो वी आर कंसिडरिंग अ बीम. सो द फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ लोडिंग इज अ पॉइंट लोड. पॉइंट लोड मतलब द लोड इज एक्टिंग एट अ टिपिकल पर्टिकुलर point on the beam. So the point can be A, B, C, D, E, etc. And the load can be vertically upward, vertically downward, inclined, कैसा भी रह सकता है. So inclination का भी angle अगर मैं दे दूं तो let's say this angle is 50 degree, let's say this angle is 40 degree. So these sort of loads are known as point loads. So number one is point load. Number two, uniformly distributed load, which is called as UDL. So if this is a beam, इस बीम के ऊपर में यहां से लेके यहां तक पूरा लोड रखा हुआ है, यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड है, पूरा 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 पूरा, कहीं पे भी लोड कम नहीं है, कहीं पे भी ज्यादा नहीं है. तो ऐसे में वी कॉल दिस टाइप ऑफ लोड एज यूडीएल. इसका एक एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं. लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. लेट अस टेक एक ये बीम है. दिस इज अ वुडन प्लैंक. लकड़ी का एक पतला सा पट्टा है. अब मैं क्या करता हूं, इसके ऊपर में ये let's say this is a brick. Obviously brick has got some mass. So what I'll do, I'll put one brick over here, I'll put another brick over here, I'll put another brick over here, I'll put another brick over here. अब अगर आप देखो तो आपको नहीं लगता लोड डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो चुका है हर जगह पे?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I say किसी भी स्पॉट
Yes,
पे
sir.
देख लो, the load is going to be the same, or is it different?
Same, sir.
It is same. तो let's say इस बीम का टोटल लेंथ, let us say, हाँ, let us say ऐसा, इस बीम का टोटल लेंथ इज 10 मीटर, ठीक है? एंड लेट्स अज्यूम हर 1 मीटर पे देयर इज अ लोड ऑफ 10 न्यूटन पर मीटर. So at every 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, as like that, for every 1 meter the load is 10 newton. So how much is the total load acting on the beam? The
100
answer will be
newtons.
100 newton.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा मुझे बताओ, imagine करो कि this is a wooden plank, that's a wooden plank here. मुझे बताओ, अगर आपने ऐसे वुडन प्लैंक के ऊपर में इतना सारा लोड रख दिया और मैं उस वुडन प्लैंक को यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे सपोर्ट दे देता हूं, तो ये वुडन प्लैंक अगर बेंड होगा तो सबसे ज्यादा बेंड कहाँ पे होगा? तो वैसा
बीच
ही
में.
लगता है आपका बीच में ऐसा हो जाएगा.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, बस ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ गया तो दिस इज डैम इजी. सी, आई कैन नॉट शो ब्रिक्स एवरी टाइम इन द सिस्टम. आई कैन कीप ब्रिक के जगह पानी का बकेट एज वेल. ये मैंने इधर पानी का बकेट भर दिया पूरा, दिस इज अ बकेट. तो ऐसा एक बकेट इधर रख दिया, फिर दूसरा इधर रख दिया, तीसरा इधर रख दिया, चौथा इधर, पांचवा इधर. So the object can be anything. I don't want the name of the object, but I want what is the load. So I cannot draw this complicated diagram each and every time. So what we'll do, instead we'll use diagrammatic representation. See, this is the diagrammatic representation. This black color ka line represents the beam. And this blue, whatever is there, that represents uniformly distributed load. So in some textbooks, they use this sign convention, and in others, they use this sign convention. Ki the load is uniformly distributed. The load is uniformly distributed. So this is the UDL. But what I want to do is I want to convert this UDL into point load. I want to convert it into point load. So in order to convert it, first of all, where will be the load acting? The complete load is acting at the CG of the beam. So let's imagine this point becomes the CG of the beam. So the complete load can be assumed to be acting over here. Here. You can assume it is acting over here. And how much is the load? The load is W into L. देखो अभी अभी आपने बताया था, if this is 10 Newton per meter and this is 10 meters, so the total load which is acting is 100 Newton. You only told me. So that is W into L. Did you get this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, if I want to convert this UDL wala part into point load, the complete concept remains the same. You have to just search for the CG and then done. देखो समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Now let's take an example. Let's say you have a beam जिसका span is 2 meter. Span मतलब length. Span. The span is 2 meter and there is a UDL of 5 Newton per meter. For every 1 meter, there is a load of 5 Newton. So what will be the total load acting on the beam? The total load is how much?
10
10
newtons.
Newton.
10 Newton. And where will it act?
Middle.
Center of gravity.
Middle. That is the center of gravity. See, did you get this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the second type of loading. The first type of loading is a point load. It can act on any point at any angle. It can be vertical as well. It can be inclined as well. The next is uniformly distributed load. The third type of load is uniformly varying load. A typical part, uniformly varying load. Now let's reconsider the example which we had taken over here. Let's reconsider that example. Reconsider that example. Now what do you mean by uniformly varying load? So uniformly varying load का सबसे पहला मतलब रहेगा कि the load is varying धीरे 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 uniformly throughout. कैसे? Just pay attention. Now initially this was the wooden block which we had considered. Now what I'll do, I'll put the load, but something like this. First load, are you getting it what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
What is actually happening now?
Force is increasing as we go right side.
From left to right. Ha.
Yes, sir.
So if you look at the system from here, so you'll see a triangle sort of thing, right angle triangle. That is what is uniformly varying load. Matlab the initial point the load is 0 and the final point there is some load. So that is uniformly varying load. Now we need to understand कि इस uniformly varying load को how can we convert it into a point load. तो ध्यान से देखना. The load is not varying at random कि इधर 2-3 ब्रिक रख दिया फिर इधर ब्रिक ही नहीं रखा फिर 4-5 ब्रिक रख दिया, ऐसा नहीं. आप यूनिफॉर्मली लोड को वैरी करते जा रहे हो यूनिफॉर्मली. तो नाउ दिस इज अ राइट एंगल्ड ट्रायंगल एंड यू नो दैट राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल का जो सीजी होता है, सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी, वो इस साइड को दो पार्ट में डिवाइड करता है. एक होता है बड़ा पार्ट दैट इज 2/3 ऑफ लेंथ और एक होता है छोटा पार्ट दैट इज 1/3 ऑफ लेंथ. यू हैव लर्नड दिस थिंग. डू यू रिमेंबर दिस?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, I want to convert UVL into point load. So what I'll do, the first point is to find the CG. So this is the CG. किसका CG? Not the triangle वाला part. Triangle का जो CG है वो तो हवे में दिखाई देगा. I'll plot it here because this is the point of application. You have learned transmissibility of force. As long as the line of action remains same, force can be moved to some other point as well. याद है?
Yes, sir.
So although CG is here, I'm plotting it over here. I'm showing it like this. Now comes what is the value of the force. So the value of the force is the area of the structure given above. That means it's a triangle. So triangle mein the area is half into base, which is L, into height, which is W. So half into base into height. Similarly here देखो, here also this represents a rectangle. You can show it like this or like this. So it's a rectangle, right? तो rectangle का जो area रहेगा वो कैसे रहता है भाई?
Length
Base
into
into
breadth.
height. हाँ, so length into breadth, तो W into L. देखो समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let's take an example. I have a uniformly varying load where the load is varying from 0 to 20, converted into point load. I've done it. Just check whether you can understand it or not.
Got it, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Done.
Awesome.
Now comes the fourth type of loading, which is trapezoidal load. Trapezoidal load is a funny load. इसके अंदर में you have combination of UDL and then UVL. कैसे कैसे? See like this. If I put a block over here, now this becomes a trapezoidal load. Because the load is not starting from zero. It is already having some load over here and then it is increasing. So see, here you had zero load, but here you already have some load. Can you understand the difference?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
तो आपके पास में जो डायग्राम रहेगा वो डायग्राम बेसिकली ऐसा रहेगा. इट विल बी अ ट्रेपेजियम लाइक दिस और ये कंटिन्यूअस लाइंस रहेंगे एंड सारे लाइंस के नीचे यू विल हैव वन एरो. अब इसको आपको पॉइंट लोड में कन्वर्ट करना है. तो व्हाट यू विल डू इज you will divide the system into two parts. The lower part will be a UDL जिसको आपको बीम के बीचों बीच दिखाना है and the upper part will be a UVL जिसको आपको 1/3 3/3 के कॉन्सेप्ट पे दिखाना है. देखो समझ में आ रहा है क्या?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now here the load is W1, here the load is W2. So अगर UDL ले लोगे तो UDL का वजन कितना आ जाएगा? देखो W1 into L. ये समझा?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
लेकिन अगर ट्राइंगल का एरिया लोगे तो देखो ट्राइंगल का एरिया कैसे निकाला मैंने, हाफ इंटू बेस इंटू हाइट. ये W2 माइनस W1 क्यों किया? देखो समझ में आया क्या?
Yes, sir.
नीर को नहीं समझा.
No, sir.
W1 तो यहाँ
For
तक चला गया
triangle. हाँ, for triangle, right? हाँ.
है ना?
Got it, हाँ,
For
got it,
triangle the only load which
हाँ,
is
was
remaining
thinking
is
for the whole.
W2 minus W1. Yes.
हाँ, got it.
चलो अब मेरे को इस डायग्राम का बताओ फिर पॉइंट लोड कन्वर्ट करके. इस डायग्राम का मुझे बताओ इस जगह पे क्या आंसर आएगा. द स्पैन इज 6 मीटर.
60 newtons.
न्यूटन, not newtons. 60 न्यूटन, right?
Yes, sir.
कहाँ पे आएगा वो? Exactly at the
The
center.
span is how much?
What?
The
Span
length
is 6 मीटर.
Okay. हाँ.
मेरे को बताओ ये इसका वैल्यू क्या आएगा?
60 newtons.
60 Newton.
जस्ट चेक, क्या ये ऐसे ही आएगा?
Yes, sir.
पक्का समझ में आ गया? तो
Yes, sir.
ये जो पार्ट है till here this will be 4 meter and ये जो पार्ट है till here this will be 2 meter. देखो, did you understand this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next will be the couple load. Couple load का मतलब क्या होता है? On the beam there will be couple. That's it. So on the beam there are couples. Couple is a free vector. It can be here or here or here. Anywhere you can locate it and you can put it. So there are total 5 types of loading. The first one is the point load, then the UDL, then the UVL, then the combination of UDL UVL which is trapezoidal load, and then the couple load. देखो समझ में आ गया?
हाँ, sir.
Yes, sir.
So इस तरीके से we studied about point load, uniformly distributed load, uniformly varying load, trapezoidal load, and a couple load. With that said, we'll end up आज का session. I hope you all understood it. And इसी के साथ चैनल के साथ जुड़े रहे. आगे हम लोग इस चैप्टर को और डेप्थ में पढ़ने वाले हैं. तब तक के लिए पढ़ते रहे और खूब आगे बढ़ते रहे. नमस्ते.